It is January 3rd, 2024, and this is WrestleHavoc Daily. What's up, everybody? It is Flamin' Ricky DeRays, and this is WrestleHavoc Daily from January 3rd, 2024. We got a lot of things to talk about right here on WrestleHavoc Daily. Of course, we're going to be talking about Triple H's announcement tomorrow. Triple H is going to be making an announcement tomorrow. How does that correlate with TNA? Of course, a lot of speculation on whether or not TNA and WWE could potentially have a partnership, because if you guys do not know, there was a TNA Plus app that was uploaded yesterday on TNA's social media, and they specifically touted their pay-per-views as premium live events. So we're going to be talking about that as well. Also, Trinity Fatu is in the news, the former Impact Knockouts champion. She, it looks like, is on her way out of TNA, and from what it looks like, she could be potentially heading back to WWE. We're also going to be talking about Andrade Leaves confirming that he is leaving AEW, as well as giving you guys a preview for tonight's AEW Dynamite. Before we get into all this craziness regarding WrestleHavoc Daily, please make sure to like and subscribe to the WrestleHavoc channel right here on YouTube, in which we discuss everything in and outside of the squared circle. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content, and as the frickin' referee would say, ring, ring, ring that damn bell for more notifications, as well as follow me on social media on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. In our first story, we're going to be talking about Triple H. Yes, of course, the current Chief Content Officer of WWE. Triple H is set to be making a major announcement tomorrow on the WWE Preview Special 2024 that will be airing on Peacock. The special is going to include the likes of CM Punk, the Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, of course NXT Champion Ilya Dragunov, and Montez Ford. There's a lot of speculation about what the announcement could be, but yesterday on social media, it has caused a lot, and I mean a lot, of speculation on what it actually might be. It's actually going to be correlating with our next story. Of course, if you guys have been living under a rock, Impact Wrestling is going to be rebranding as TNA. Yes, the original name, Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, and they're going to be having their Hard to Kill pay-per-view January 13th. Now, what's interesting is they are coming out with their TNA Plus app, which is their new streaming service. Of course, they originally had Impact Plus, but now it's going to be rebranding as TNA Plus, and it's going to launch on Friday. And surprisingly, the TNA Plus app is actually powered by Endeavor, which is the parent company, or the new parent company of WWE, since the merger has been completed for a while now. What's interesting about this is TNA on their social media yesterday, they posted an ad on TNA Plus, which is set to launch, of course, on Friday. And what's interesting is that they named their pay-per-views premium live events. Now, if you guys do not know and have been living under a rock, WWE also names their events premium live events. A lot of people are speculating that there could be a potential partnership between both WWE and TNA. And if that is the case, that is going to be huge for TNA, considering the fact, of course, there's a lot of hype and momentum around the company right now, with the company rebranding back to its original name. Now, PW Insider did recently post an update regarding the Triple H announcement, and PW Insider stated, and I quote, "Triple H's announcement tomorrow is not related to TNA working agreement or anything related to that company. There's absolutely nothing to do to that connection being made." So most likely we're probably not going to get an announcement of a partnership between WWE and TNA, but there could be a slew of a lot of other announcements that Triple H could be making. Of course, right now, television deal for Raw. Of course, the Raw television rights are up in the air, and we do not know where Raw is going to be airing in the end of 2024. Also, the location for next year's WrestleMania. Of course, we do not know the location for next year's WrestleMania, so it could easily be the location for next year's WrestleMania. In our next story, we're going to be talking about Trinity Fatu, of course, the former Naomi in WWE, and of course, the former Impact Knockouts champion. She's set to reach free agency soon, and she's expected to return to WWE according to Fightful. Fightful Select has learned that sources within TNA Wrestling that the longtime Knockouts champion is expected to be a free agent very soon. It's expected, according to Fightful, that Trinity is expected to leave TNA soon, and there's still speculation on whether or not she will be a part of the TNA Hard to Kill pay-per-view. Fightful continues that in speaking with WWE sources, not only did they think that there was a good chance that she could end up back up with WWE, many sources claimed that they actually expected her to come back to WWE. There were also sources within Impact Wrestling who told Fightful that they expect it to happen sooner rather than later. Of course, Fightful Select finishes off this report stating that one WWE source told Fightful on Tuesday that quote-unquote something huge would have to happen for her not to end up back in WWE sooner rather than later, but this is a crazy free agent period. Overall thoughts on this, of course, they signed Trinity for a short-term contract last year when she debuted for Impact Wrestling. She did ascend to the top and she did become the Impact Knockout champion. But it's very interesting. I mean, Trinity is all over the marketing for TNA. She's like front and center for TNA Plus as well. It's going to be very interesting, man. TNA, there's a lot of hype behind TNA right now, but at the same time, they're most likely going to lose Deonna Purrazzo, and they're most likely going to lose Trinity as well. And they did miss up on signing Will Ospreay and CM Punk. Of course, that's a little bit far-fetched regarding CM Punk, but again, man, they missed out on a lot of free agents. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. But do I think Trinity could end up back in the WWE? Yes. Of course, Mercedes is all over the news, and she's expected to sign with AEW. Could that factor in Mercedes' decision as to where she wants to go? We're going to have to wait and see, but I would assume if she's going to go somewhere, she could definitely go to WWE since Jimmy Uso, who is her husband, is working there as well. In our next story, we're going to be talking about Andrade El Idolo. Of course, Andrade El Idolo finished up with AEW this past Saturday at the World's End pay-per-view, losing to Miro. And from what it looks like, Andrade is officially leaving the company, and he put out an official statement on Twitter, if you guys can see it right here. He thanks everybody in AEW, including the company itself, everybody working for the company, and Tony Khan. Overall thoughts on Andrade leaving the company. I think this was pretty much expected. There was a lot of hype behind Andrade when he first came into AEW. Of course, he had that match against Kenny Omega at the Triple Mania show a couple of years ago, and I believe that was a couple of weeks before CM Punk actually made his debut for the company. But honestly, in my opinion, they dropped the ball on Andrade. They didn't really do a lot with Andrade. Of course, when they launched Collision last summer, I should say, they were doing some stuff with Andrade. He had great matches. They showcased him very well in the Continental Classic, but really there was no sense of direction when it came to Andrade. And from what it looks like, I think Andrade did not like the fact that there was no direction for his character. And honestly, right now, WWE is a much better fit for him, considering Triple H is working right now as the head of creative in WWE, and Andrade worked with Triple H in the past. Of course, Andrade is a former NXT champion, so he'd be more comfortable, in my opinion, working for Triple H. And there's a lot of other possibilities going on in WWE as well. So honestly, Andrade going to WWE is not far-fetched at all, and expect him to show up in WWE anytime soon. And of course, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. AEW Dynamite is tonight, which I will actually be attending. I will be at the Prudential Center tonight for AEW Dynamite. I'm going to be running down a quick preview for tonight's AEW Dynamite. Of course, we're going to be hearing from the new AEW World Champion Samoa Joe, as well as Adam Cole. Of course, they are promoting right now. Adam Cole explains his shocking betrayal. And we got a lot of matches announced for this show. Of course, Christian Cage has his State of the Union, which is going to be an entertaining segment to say the least. Mariah May is going to be making her AEW in-ring debut, as well as we're going to be getting Swerve Strickland taking on Daniel Garcia. And of course, the International Championship is on the line as Orange Cassidy defends his title against Dante Martin of Top Flight. That is all for WrestleHavoc Daily from January 3rd, 2023. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, push that bell for notifications. Look out for more videos right here on the WrestleHavoc channel, in which we discuss everything in and outside of the squared circle. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content. And as the freaking referee would say, ring, ring, ring that damn bell for more notifications. Also, follow me on social media on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And as always, it is yours truly, Flamin' Rick, Ricky DeRays from WrestleHavoc, signing out. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.